amazing. These escrow accounts funds totaled over $408,000. Attending one of the graduations, I saw our residents, I know Councilwoman Crump was there, one of our residents go from public housing to being independent homeowners. Folks went from debt and fret to be financially set, further showing that in Newark we have the tools that no matter who you are or what your background, you can find ways to success. We are building brick by brick programs that can help. But you cannot talk about grassroots financial empowerment unless you talk about housing. We must make housing opportunities more plentiful and secure for our residents. Yes, we are in a housing crisis. Yes, the capital boom that fed the housing of the last decade has dried up, and yes, these will be difficult times for Newark. But we will step up to this challenge. I'm grateful to say that we are working harder and doing more. For example, when the subprime crisis hit, we lined up the best of the bricks and hit back. The city has partnered with a wide variety of entities and created the Foreclosure Prevention Task Force. This task force conducted street-by-street surveys right in the grassroots, reaching out directly to hundreds of households and assisting many families to stay in their homes. The task force hosted a workout fair in which loan servicers helped over 230 residents stay in their homes. This year, the city, and thanks again to this council, is going to fund 5 more community-based organizations to conduct even more aggressive outreach and counseling to prevent foreclosures. Newark is making a strong stand, and we are making progress, and we are having some important victories. I'm really proud right now to ask a very courageous couple to stand up. Would Alvornia and Lamar Davis please stand, and we can bring up the house lights for a second. I can't see them, but I hope they're here. These are great Newarkers. Yes, there they are. Let me tell you about these great Newarkers. They took advantage, thanks to the help of our South Ward Councilman, of our foreclosure task force efforts. But they, more importantly, have been strong in telling their story to their neighbors on my radio show and all over their city. There is no shame in having fallen prey to predatory lending practices. But in this city, you do not have to suffer in silence. Reach out. There is a huge coalition here to help. And our local banks are critical to providing help and the financial success we seek. I will require that banks in which the city makes millions of dollars of deposits behave even more responsibly. I've heard this from Councilman Gonzalez, Councilman Bell. If you take city deposits, you need to stand up for the city. And there are so many ways to do so, from foreclosure to prevention to community investment. In 2009, we'll be orchestrating opportunities for such positive and responsible practices to happen. We'll recruit banks into a new Bank on Newark campaign, in which institutions will make their savings accounts and other banking products better known and even more accessible for our residents, providing alternative to expensive and unnecessary check cashing places. Now, I'm excited to say that we already have some strong, aggressive banking partners. For example, in November, Capital One Bank, what's in your wallet, opened up a student-run branch at Westside High School. This is amazing, because they're providing students who live in Newark, and to they're providing students employment who in turn helping their other students and their families increase financial awareness. What a great thing to do now. Think about this. Go to one of our free tax centers. Get an interest-free quick refund. Take your check, not to buy a flat-screen TV, but take it to one of our not to a check cashing place, but take it to our student-run Capital One bank. This is a deposit that you can help empower our kids in their learning experience. You can keep the money in the city of Newark, and you can really make your money work for your families and your city. And his team. Keith, you're here tonight. Let me just ask you to stand up, because you are a tremendous leader who is helping our city and its housing authority move from worst to first. During the past 2 years, coupled with prior construction, we finally had it result in fulfillment of the requirements of a lawsuit that has hung over the NHA since the 1980s, demanding a greater production of affordable and public housing. I'm also proud that we are working to create more housing for people in our own city that are often trapped in the middle. They make too much to qualify for low-income or public housing, but too little to afford an expensive home or rent in our city. We are greatly expanding options for these Newarkers. This workforce housing is beginning already to have the highly desired effect of getting more of our professionals, teachers, police officers, firefighters, to remain in Newark, or more importantly, move back to their city. So through a creative partnership with a developer, we were able to see numerous city employees move into beautifully renovated apartments on Elizabeth Avenue. And they are saving about $1,000 per year on their rent through this incentive program. I hope more firefighters and school teachers and police officers move back to Newark. Newark should be a city for everyone, and our professionals who we pay our tax dollars, they should also benefit by living here at home. Throughout our city, especially for our elders, we worked this past year to supercharge our homeowner rehab program. Since January 2008, we rehabilitated, or are in the process of rehabbing, over 100 homes owned by senior citizens in our city, helping our elders who are on fixed incomes and who are often not able to afford critical home repairs to stay in their homes and have better, stronger homes. I'm proud of the progress at increasing the production of affordable housing and the help we've provided for our seniors and our municipal employees, but understand this, I am not satisfied. Even in these economic times, we will continue to work and build a more affordable Newark for every Newarker. And everyone means everyone. We will not allow special needs populations, too often marginalized in our society and city, to be left out. I'm so proud that in the past year, we have made progress in expanding opportunities for these Newarkers. We will soon cut the ribbon of a 51-unit supportive housing facility developed by Help USA and our local team with significant private support.